friends, what's happening? I'm just working on some stuff, what am I doing? I'm working on my podcast, reviewing some F1 stats, just, chilling. What's happening? I don't know if you can see, I'll show you my currently working with. It is incredibly overwhelming, and trying to decipher that. Trying to decipher that and put it into a coherent manner. To put into my podcast and my articles and all of that is actually doing my head in. So let's any Formula One questions, anything like that. I'm currently working on my Mercedes F1 segment. Should I do more lives in the future? But does anyone have any like Mercedes questions? That's what I'm currently working on. Anyone just have any general thoughts, feelings, concerns? Thank you all for the likes and the support. Breaks up my day a little bit doing this. Do they have all-wheel drive? I don't think a Formula One car has an all-wheel drive, unfortunately. If they did, I think it'd be interesting, but yes, Mercedes make an all-wheel drive, but the Formula One car, which is what I'm currently working on, is for my podcast and everything, is not an all-wheel drive. It's front-wheel drive. But no, that's okay. Anyone have any Mercedes Formula One questions in general? Thoughts, feelings, concerns? Las Vegas coming up. What are we thinking? Thank you. All natural red hair, I must admit. But, oh, I don't know about that, but I thought blondes had more fun. But what's everyone's favourite F1 team? Are we talking, do we have Red Bull? Do we have Ferrari? My hair is quite long. Can't tell at the moment because it's up, but it is quite long. Anyway, favorite F1 teams. Let's go. We have Red Bull. Do we have Ferrari? Mercedes? McLaren? What have we got? Personally, I am McLaren and a Red Bull fan. But go for a little bit of everyone, depending on the weekend. Oh, hi. Say hi. Oh, goody. Now I'm covered in cow hair. Fun. Anyway, let's chat Formula One. Don't mind Red Bull at all. Definitely on the Max Verstappen bandwagon. I do think Checo is in trouble, however. Next season. But hello, Alison. How are you, Ali? do think Checo's in some trouble next season. Just with his form. So dandy. I'm good, thank you, lovely. Yeah, no, Checo is in some trouble, I think. Out with Checo, in with Danny. Yes. To be honest, even if they don't replace him with Danny, if they go with Liam, I still think that would be... I feel like that's still going to be a better option for them, just consistency-wise. Yeah, no. Liam or Danny. I mean, Checo has definitely had... Oh yeah, for sure. I'd love to see Danny back in that Red Bull though. I just think Checo's consistency in the middle part of the season is what's going to let him down the most. I don't see Red Bull like a 1-2. Next GP. I was almost very close to being in Vegas this weekend. But didn't make it happen in time, which sucks. The next GP is AusGP. Triangles. The triangles on my wall are all hand painted by myself. Took lots of manpower, a lot of time and effort, Anna. Probably, I did it a couple years ago. Where is hand painted? Sounds like a cool store. Yeah, no, it's not a store. It's all done by me. Thanks, Anna. Have a good day yourself. Stephanie. You have a lot of patience. Oh. Not as much as I should. No, I don't live in a store, Rob. I obviously live in a house. So. What Grand Prix are you going to next, Al? AusGP? Very nice, very nice. Are you going to go to any others next year? Or just Oz? Oh, okay. It's fine now. I just said, how do I get this money to go? I work. I pay for it. I said, what other Grand Prix are you going to, Al, if any? Any others on the cards? What do I do for work? Well, at the moment I make content. I have a law degree, I have an arts degree, I'm going to do my master's. I've worked as a secretary in a law firm for quite some time. So yeah. Give me a top 3, Al. What ones are you hoping to go to? If you could go to any in the next 2 years, give me a top 3. Yeah. I'd be very much the same. I wouldn't tell anyone if I won the lotto. I would just... There would be signs. Where's the next Grand Prix or next one that I'm going to? Are those nails stick on? Yeah, they are. They are $5 from Kmart. Monza, Suzuka, Silverstone. Yes. Next one I'm going to, Rob, GP in March. I love to go to Monza and Suzuka, and I 100% recommend Silverstone Al. If you can go, it is phenomenal. Apparently this year, I know, right? There's a few that there's a few Grand Prix that I feel like if I went to, I have gotten that vibe at a couple of, like, that it's unorganized at a couple of F1 events. My Silverstone experience, there were aspects that I did feel were quite unorganized. I think there were a few communication issues, to say the least. But, I mean, it was still a great time. But, yeah, GP so far is setting the standard for organisation, except for the security issues this year. But it's a story for another time. I would love to go to Monza. Hi, Yellow. How are you? Yeah, no, my top 3 would probably be Monaco. I would love to go to Vegas. And I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't just... Yes, we are talking F1, not Yellow. It is pretty much all sold out. Yes, Rob. GP sold out pretty quickly, I'm fairly sure. Pre-sale allocations went pretty quick, and then general public as well, I'm fairly sure. It was an actual nightmare. I had like a 2-day straight panic attack trying to get tickets. So if you want to go to GP and you haven't got tickets yet, there are quite a few websites doing authenticated resale, so try and suss those out. Even Ticketmaster will do a resale. I got my GP tickets for this year on a resale, and I got them, I think, like 2 weeks out from the GP. Another one of my spontaneous Grand Prix adventures. It was absolutely terrifying. And I bought 2 lots of F1. I bought 2 lots of GP tickets. And ended up selling 1 lot. Definitely check it out, Rob. I sold mine through Tixel, and they went pretty quickly. So definitely check that out. See if they have any. But also check out Ticketmaster Marketplace. I'm fairly sure they'll have a few. If they don't at the moment, maybe wait till a few weeks before or at the start of the season First time yellow. That's cool. And AusGP this year was my first time at a Grand Prix. And it is... Hey, Johnny. Sorry if I said that wrong. Johnny. Yeah, no, it was my first time there this year. And it was phenomenal. It was probably the best, like, first Grand Prix. It's... The track itself and everything was just so accessible. And Melbourne itself, getting around is pretty easy. Where am I from? I am from Sydney, Australia. So, what is, if you had to choose Mercedes or Red Bull, what would you choose? In fact, that goes to everyone. Who's everyone choosing? Who's everyone's favourite teams? Sure, you can get my signature out with now. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna make you choose, Alison. If you had to choose between Red Bull or Mercedes, I need everyone's responses. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I am too a McLaren girly, yellow. LN4 all the way. I've got my little Lando necklace on for his birthday week. Hi, JP. Where I'm from, Australia. So... Alison, I'm waiting. If I had to pick between Mercedes and Red Bull, I scrolled up, Al, but it's not here. The last one I have from you is "Don't do this to me." They are a really good duo, yellow. I love Oscar as well. It's they're so wholesome. I love them to pieces. It's they're just, they gel so well. And I think Oscar has a lot that he can learn from Lando, but I also think there's a lot Lando can learn from Oscar. Oscar has that community. He most definitely does. When I met him in Singapore, he came out and it was race day, and he was just sort of like, heaps of people went nuts, and he just sort of came out and he was like, "Yep, hi, how you going? Yep, I'll sign it. Yeah, we can take a photo." And he was over it. He was done. He did not give a shit. He just wanted to get there. But his whole attitude was, I found it not so much comforting, but his just nonchalantness was great. Especially in such an overwhelming situation, just to sort of not give a crap. Thank you for the rose, Riley. It was very nice of you. They did, but I think it was mostly because it was like the third race. I think next year he's gonna have a lot more support. I mean, I'll be there. I'm on the Oscar Piastri bandwagon. I also think at the beginning of this year, it was everyone was still a little bit salty with him for the perception that he... Look, if Michael Schumacher can win a Grand Prix in 2024, that will be a miracle unto itself. I hope he does. I really, truly hope he makes a comeback in 2024 and that he overcomes his severe brain injury. We should get matching OP shirts out. I actually, I low-key want to get the Vegas merch. Oh, very nice yellow. Yes, I will endeavour to get them signed. I'm in love with the Vegas jerseys. I want them both. They're on my Christmas wish list, that's for sure. I don't actually think that the Swiss government would condone him racing in his condition. But look, if he's doing better than everyone says, I'd love to see Michael Schumacher back on the grid. But I don't think that's going to happen. Might see Mick back on the grid, but definitely not Michael. Oh, I'm definitely the same yellow. I'm just like, I cannot afford it. My bank account is saying no, so it's on my Christmas list. I will make my family buy them for me. Wait, what's your Formula 1 red flag? I'm lost. I'm confused. Oh yeah, definitely. That's mine too. Honestly, their merch team is taking it to a whole new level. It's that they've taken it above and beyond. They've listened, which is all that we can ask for, really. It's in comparison to other teams as well. It's just like Red Bull merch is so yuck. I mean, you have to choose, Al. It's the time-old question. Red Bull or Mercedes? I will get this answer out of you eventually. You need to choose, Al. I refuse to let you not choose. And I refuse to let it go, Alison. Right, let's start off easier then. McLaren or Ferrari? Yeah, we'll settle it in Melbourne. We'll take it to the streets. That is significantly easier. McLaren or Ferrari? Just choose Charles Leclerc, damn it. He needs someone on his side. No one else is a Ferrari, come on. Honestly, it's like you'll be fine, yellow. Alison was there this year, but I went down by myself and I still had an absolutely amazing time. I'd never been to Melbourne either, but I found getting around and everything was still very accessible. I did a few other little bits and pieces while I was down there. So yeah, it was very accessible. It was a great experience. And look, it's if you need, hit me up, hit Alison up. We'll be around. I've got yellow. Same here. If you want to follow me on Instagram, and message me, we'll sort something out, and you can come and hang out with us at the Oz GP. You won't be by yourself, that's for sure. We'll make sure you have a phenomenal time. It was, and it's honestly, even if you want to go off and do your own thing, that's cool too. It was like, just everything was, again, so accessible. There's so much around and so much to do. You'll have a great time no matter what. Alison, that is a very diplomatic answer. My university professors would be proud of that answer. Charles to be a world champion, but both McLaren drivers on the podium. You are not a very diplomatic person, Alison. My lord, since when? But that still, it honestly still doesn't answer my question though, Al. Ferrari or McLaren? And yellow. Red Bull? No, we're already on that one, haven't we? Williams or Haas? I'm never nice to you, Alison. We've established that at a very young age. Williams. Yeah, that's a good choice. I'd choose Williams. Yes, I love Alex too. He's so wholesome. Okay, Alison, you gonna go solidify your answers? But did you guys watch the Netflix Cup thing that was on this morning? Because I have never watched golf in my life. I have played some golf. Wasn't very good at it. But the chaos of it was nice. I only watched bits and pieces myself. I had to duck out, but it's, from what I watched, I'll probably go back and watch it tonight. It was definitely chaotic. I would have liked to have seen Lando do a bit better. Oh, that's fair enough. Work's gotta come first. Unlike me right now. Benefit of working for yourself sometimes. I expected Lando to do better as well, but as Max Futrell said, he absolutely shanked it today. I'd like to think he was just having an off day. I don't know, for a man who spends a lot of his time golfing, I expected more. I was a little bit disappointed in his performance, but you're forgiven now, just this once. So yeah, I did expect him to do better. I'm happy for Carlos though that he did get the W. I guess that settles the debate on who in the Carlando pairing is better at golf. I'll allow it. as I said, I'll forgive you this once. But yeah, I kind of expected Albano to do a little bit better, but I did like his rivalry with Pierre. That was Pierre took it to a whole new level. Um, he just didn't want to talk to Albano at all. But I think the overall format of the Netflix Cup was, I did like it. I like how the first hole was absolute chaos, and then the synchronicity of the two teams, Lando and Carlos's. It was a whole new level. But yeah, Lando getting disqualified from the first hole was also very on brand, I think. He tried his best, I guess, but so Alison, have you got an answer to my question? Ferrari or McLaren? No diplomacy, nothing. I just want you to pick one. Yes, the two questions that you're ignoring. Or do you want me to shake it up for you? Ferrari or Red Bull? Thank you, Alison. Now there is three questions. Yellow, what about you? Ferrari or Red Bull? How do I do it? A lot of bullshitting. It's how I got my degrees, let's be honest. Alison, this doesn't get you off the hook. I want an answer. And then that also extends to the question. That's fair. I support that answer, Yellow. I'm not a huge Perez fan myself. But if I had to choose Red Bull or Ferrari, I'm going to choose my mental health and go Red Bull. But I have more Ferrari merch than I do Red Bull merch. So make of that what you will. Yeah, that's fair. I would probably make the... Are we going off talent? Because if we're going off talent, I would choose Max. Actually, even if we're not going off talent, I would go Max. I love Chucky, but he's not currently my top 5 favorites. I feel like people are sleeping on Max. Let's be honest. Man needs more credit. Like, he may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, there are many people sleeping on Max out. Like, I don't feel like I'm making any outrageous statements here. I meant, like, attractiveness. I don't get why people boo him. Like, he's absolutely killing it. Now you get what I'm picking up. So much for our collective brain cell. But yeah, no, fans, I don't understand why they boo him. Like, it doesn't achieve anything. He's still gonna go out there and win, whether you like it or not. Either get on the bandwagon, or just leave the man do his thing. And the other thing that exactly yellow, like, I don't understand why the Tifosi in Monza thought that booing him was going to just miraculously make Ferrari win. Like, that was not going to happen. Ferrari were not beating that car at all. No one is beating that car. I mean, Max's own teammate can't even beat him at the moment. He got 2 lucky wins at the beginning of the season and called it quits on his career, pretty much. Yeah, I back that up, Al. The Tifosi they take it to a whole new level. But I also think, the only man who can get in that man's head is his dad. And Jos Verstappen just needs to take it down a notch. Let's be real. I think the only people who scare me more than the Tifosi are Checo fans. Exactly. Like, I just wrote about that in my thing. Max is literally a second quicker in that car than any other car on the grid. And Checo is struggling to get his car anywhere higher than P9 at the moment. Like, he got P5 in Brazil. Oh, yeah, no. I don't particularly want to meet a Checo fan, to be honest. Just how they acted at Mexico when he crashed out. There was no need for them to act that way or to lash out at Charles or do any of that. I know you did, but you're a reformed Checo fan, and you now understand why no one likes him. I mean, the highest that he's gotten in the back half of the season is 5th. When you compare that to Max, his worst in the back half of the season. Oh yeah, no, we don't condone cheating over here. Cheating on anyone, wives, girlfriends, it's a big no. Red flag. That woman has birthed that many of your children. You don't go out and cheat on her because you won in Monaco. Not here for it. Oh, I know. Like, what century does he think we are in? Women in motorsport are a thing now. Either get on with or get off the bandwagon. It's just, ever since I got into F1, there's just been something about him that I didn't like. I couldn't put my finger on it, and he just gave me seedy vibes. I get the same vibe about science, yes. It's just like, yeah, it's just something about him. Just how he's, the whole Issa situation as well. It just doesn't sit right with me either. I mean, I think they were engaged, and to just end it and move on within 2 weeks was just something, like, baffling to me. She was done so dirty. They were together for so long, and she put up with so much. And for him to do what he did, yeah, Ferrari. Name a car for an edit. Let's go McLaren, Formula One. Yeah, I mean, it goes with the team, I guess. I guess that's why they love Ferrari. It's because they're a gigantic red flag. But it's but even like those new photos of Charles and Alex, exactly, their race suit is just one giant red flag. But even like the photos of Charles and Alex at the basketball, whatever it was, the other day, and it was just neither of them looked comfortable, and it was like his whole new PR strategy, of like calling the paparazzi on himself while in America. Like, that's a red flag. I mean, I guess that's why. So did I. There's so many similarities between them. His PR team are an embarrassment. Will do, Aiden. Even now, like, there's still those photos of him at the basketball. I looked and I thought it was Charlotte. I had to do a double take. It was, he needs to find someone outside of that friend group, I swear. Date outside of that 15 square kilometer radius. He needs to spread his wings. Find someone else. But, like, not cheat on her in the process. Yeah, the whole thing just sort of seems... Yeah, it seems incesty. Just the amount that he dates within that one circle. It's slightly concerning as well. Like, does he knows he can date, like, anyone. He doesn't just have to date within Monaco and France. And for him to start dating her as well, just so close to when he broke up. Like, I know. Also, I feel bad for Charlotte because, again, same like Issa, she put up with so much crap. I mean, he does know his type. He knows what he wants and he goes and gets it. And it's that friend group. He wants to make sure that... Accidental T-Rex. It would. And, like, wouldn't she also be constantly questioning why he's dating her? Yeah. Oh, he really has taken Homie Hop into a whole new level. It's, like, how is he not embarrassed? Or how has his family not sat him down and said... Oh, yeah, for sure. I know, I did that research. Alex has been cut off by Charlotte. There was, like, heaps of posts and things where, like, Alex was commenting and liking and everything, and now it's neither follow each other. I definitely don't feel like she has any friends. I think that whole friend group has now just split up. I don't feel like... I mean, I don't follow Alex on Instagram. I don't really follow a lot of wags on Instagram. I follow more ex-wags than I do current wags, but it's just like, branch out, my dude. Come on. It's not that hard. I think I follow Lily, and that's about it. Definitely not. No woman should be isolated for a man. At all. Like, she doesn't... I don't see her do anything other than follow Charlotte around. Which is sad and concerning. Like, I'm sure she's studying or something in Paris, but I don't... Like, she's more Grand Prix than she's not. Like, I'm sure she's just in it for... I wouldn't be surprised if it was a PR relationship, to be honest. I mean, I hope it's not, because that's not really fair on either of them. But... Oh, still Alex and Charles. Might be me then. It does feel different. It's like, there's some where you look at it and it's like, yeah, 100% like authentic, in love. Yeah, definitely. Like, sitting there with his arm and her arm through his and all of that. Like, yeah, sure, affection, but he also looks miserable. He doesn't look happy or like he wants to be there. It's just like something else. And even, I feel like over the last few months, her like enthusiasm in those pictures and things has declined significantly. Yeah, exactly. Anything that they post themselves doesn't look authentic in the least. If there was like a definition, like, yeah, blank face, no emotion, kind of robotic. I mean, for sure, if you were at a basketball game and you wanted to watch the basketball, you would have a bit more emotion. Oh, 100% same. Like, I genuinely do not care. But it's just fun sitting there psychologically analysing everyone else. I mean, if they're happy, great. Whatever they got going on, none of my business. But I will sit here and analyse it. I won't write an article about it, and I won't mention it on my podcast, but I will still psychoanalyze them. And every decision they have ever made. So... Alison, I'm still waiting on that response. You thought I had forgotten, but I will not forget. Not what I was asking, Alison. Come on. I'm glad you've only got that one chapter to go, but that doesn't answer my question. My friend Alison, my dear friend Alison, is writing a book. I have not been privy to the information on what the book is about. All the images have been redacted. Is it because I'm distracting you that it's taking so long? I feel like you were on a roll before this. It's spicy. Like Carlos Sainz spicy, or hot chili pepper spicy. Well, I'm glad I'm your distraction. This is also distracting me from the work that I intended to get done this afternoon for the podcast tomorrow. Hello, Australia. How are things in Iceland, Timothy? Thank you for the fairy bread. Thank you for all the gifts, Timothy. That was so kind of you. Oh, that's not very nice. I hope everything's okay. Oh, I do love a good murder. Do you want a good murder mystery? Is it like I love a good, balance of spice and action? You're probably on a watch list, let's be honest. You'd be actually... some of the shit that I had to Google for my degree has definitely put me on a government watch list. That's for sure. Hi Mel, how are you? Like, what was the nature of the Google search, Al? Was it like how to get away with murder, or only some of them out. I'm not getting all of them. The last one I had was I for sure am. I am from Australia, Mel. Ow, I haven't been admitted as a lawyer. I cannot be your solicitor if you end up being arrested. No, I was not in that mass debate today. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know what's happening with, but some comments might be filtered or something for some reason. Let me have a look. Comments. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be flagged. Yeah, you're definitely... Oh, thank you, Mel. Yeah, no, that's... You're definitely on a watch list. Sorry, Al. So, yeah, no, that's brutal. I never had to Google anything like that for my degree. That's for sure. I feel like if you just say it to the little FBI person in your computer, then that'll clear things up. Yeah, Al may not be at the AusGP now, because she'll be in prison, but Hopefully you can publish your book from prison now. That way we can all see what it was, if it was worth it. I mean, maybe you can even publish it while you're in there. Maybe it'll count as like public service, community service. Good behavior. Get you out early. What's the book about? Is this the one that you sent me ages ago, or? Very nice. Very nice. You did send me two before, so I'm trying to figure out which one. Oh, okay. That one. Not the werewolf one, right? Yeah, it was pretty gruesome, yeah. Oh, no. It was very graphic. You have a way with words. It took it to a whole new level. Very graphic. I definitely got the image. I'll be there. I'll be at your trial. I'll sit there. I'll support you. I might even do a character reference for you if you'd like. I will vouch for you, saying it was just research for a book. I mean, surely many authors. I'll save it. I think it's got I think it records and saves, so I will save it, and we can admit it as evidence. Your Honor, this is purely research based for the novel, and should not be taken as an indication of any future actions undertaken by Alison. See, I could be a lawyer if I chose to be. See, exactly. There's a platform for it. You're not. I'm sure you wouldn't be the only one asking dodgy questions. I mean, also like writers of TV shows and movies and things, they would have to do their research. But I'm also like, so like I'm sure there's like, while there may be a watch list in the event anything happens in the future where you're a suspect, your search history may be found and brought into question. But thank you for the gift, Edru. Oh, not the kidneys, man. My kidneys hurt thinking about it. Yeah, just don't kill anyone. Don't confess to killing anyone. And you should be fine. I have a feeling this live's gonna get flagged for that, but that's fine. But it's, it's just a mix of emotions. Sorry, my phone keeps ringing. Honestly, yeah, you do you. If you need me to help clean up a body, just give me a call. 100% we do. Women's prisons need more funding. Women's rights in general need more funding, but This took a really weird turn from our F1 discussion. So I'm still waiting for your response, Alison, and I'm not going to let you forget. But if you need help covering up your crimes, you have my number. Yeah, no, that's not going to distract me. I may have a brain of a goldfish sometimes, but I can still hold a grudge. And I still remember things. Oh, you know, I am. I am rather petty. I have dreams about being petty. I was petty in my dream last night. It was a roller coaster. I also had a dream that I was in court last night. Maybe this was foreshadowing. Maybe you were the person on the stand. Oh, love you too, Al. But yeah, and I mean, so you're gonna give me your answer, or are you just still gonna fiddle flap around? I have no idea what that flap is in reference to. I feel like this conversation could be taken significantly out of context. I apologize to all those who are joining without any context whatsoever. Oh no, you've sent me a photo. Oh, right. Oh, thanks, Yellow. Well, I hope you have some success getting your work done, and thanks for hanging out with us. It's nice meeting you too. As I said, if you want to message either Al or myself about OzGP, let us know. We'll be around, and feel free to hang out with us. Yeah, Yellow, my Instagram is in my bio as well, if you want to hang out. She doesn't actually kill people in real life, just in novels. If she did kill people, she would have killed me a long time ago. Bye, Yellow. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hi, Deep Sea. How are you? Al, do I need to give you like an easier question? Should I flick it to drivers? Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri? Hi, Akira. Oh. Okay, fair. I'll allow it. Oscar or Danny? Just to really throw a spanner in the works. And then, because I can foresee the significant backlash that you're going to give me for that particular question. Yeah, I figured that was going to be a response. Valtteri or Yuki? Who is your preference? Okay, but I know you love them both. That's why I asked. You have to. I need a ranking. Valtteri or Yuki? Okay. See, it's not that hard to give me an answer out. Who else have we got? Gasly or Ocon? Who would you prefer? Gasly or Ocon? Okay, we'll just like rank them randomly. Who do you think's better, Ocon or Gasly? Both. Yeah, they often do, usually with each other on an important weekend. Ocon above Gasly. Okay, interesting. I agree, but that's fair. Lewis or Max? No, ow, come on. You can't plead the fifth. We're not in America. We don't have that type of constitution. Danny Rick or Liam Lawson? No further questions, Your Honour. You're not the one asking questions. That's me. This isn't a fair courtroom. What kind of democracy do you think this is? Should we start? Okay, well, who do you think has a higher or lower average qualifying position? Out of Stroll and Yuki. Who do you think's the highest with the average qualifying? And this is only taking into account Grand Prix. It has nothing to do with sprint. Funnily enough, you wouldn't believe it, Lance Stroll has a higher qualifying position than Yuki Tsunoda. I don't fucking know how, but he does. Strolly-Poly comes in with an average qualifying position of 12.4, while Yuki is coming in at 13.45. There's not a lot in it, but there's enough. I think Lance has had a couple. Well, he's had that one P3, which I think helped him out a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. But Yuki's highest qualifying position was 8th. And that was in Azerbaijan. Whereas Strolly-Poly has had like 7 or 8 top 10 qualies. I don't know how, but he's managed it. Alright, I'll give you guys another one. who has a higher average qualifying out of Alex Albon and Nico Hulkenberg? How old am I? I am 23. Would you like to guess again, Al? Because I have some bad news for you. Albano has an average qualifying of 12.65. And this comes down to the decimal points. And Nico Hulkenberg has an average qualifying of 12.25. So there's only 0.4 in it. But the Hulk technically has a better qualifying position. Average qualifying. Who do you think has... Okay, same question. Higher qualifying out of Leclerc and Sainz. Because, I mean, Leclerc for quality, yeah. But not by much. You're spot on with that, Alison. Qualifying, Chucky has an average qualifying spot of 4.75. And Carlos, just a plain 5. And then for races, Leclerc has an average finishing of 8.95 and Carlos 7.1. Who else have we got? Okay. Who has the better qualifying out of Zhou Guanyu and Liam Lawson? Correct, Amundo, Alison. Liam has an average qualifying in his 5 races of 14.2. Where Zhou has, in every race this season, or factoring in every race this season, 15.6. Which is, I mean, pretty good. And then... Okay, who do you reckon has the highest out of Danny, Rick, and Liam? You want to guess again? I mean, both have done 5 races this season. But Danny is slightly better with 13 points, average qualifying of 13.6. His P4 in Mexico definitely helped him out in that ranking. But Liam's, 14.2. Yes, Al, you were right. Actually, no, sorry, you weren't. It was Danny Rick. Yay for Danny. So yeah, he's doing pretty good. And who do you think has the worst average qualifying position of cars currently on and off the grid? Yes, it is a rookie. It is currently Logan Sargent. He is currently has an average qualifying position of 17.6. But Nick DeVries has an average qualifying, or had an average qualifying of 16.9. But Logan does have a higher finishing position of 16.15 compared to DeVries' 16.4. So there's not much separating them. And his recent, P11s and P10s have helped him out quite a bit. Oh yeah, they did. They've struggled so bad. I thought it was a little harsh that they did sack Nick, but I'm happy Danny's back. And I didn't, sadly didn't see Nick improving significantly. Yeah, it was a double-edged sword. Either he stayed and failed or he left and went back to... it's glad that he's gone back to Formula E. And that he has a drive there. It's, I guess just the Formula One cars and him don't get on well. So. He reckon has a better qualifying out of Landini and Checo. Landini by far. Well, not by far, but like a whole position better. Landini has probably one of the better qualifying rankings out of everyone on the grid. He's not that far behind the Mercedes and the Ferraris. Oh, so am I. So am I. Every time I start to think, hey, this might be the week, shit hits the fan. And it is absolutely not his week. But I still hold out hope. Every week, I 100% fully believe this is his week. Absolute carnage on the track. Cold tires. Man's just gonna come alive. He likes cold temperatures. It's gotta be his week. LN4, maiden win in Las Vegas. I'm calling it now. It'd be so nice for him to get his maiden win in his birthday week and be the inaugural winner of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. All 10 fingers, 10 toes, everything. Crystals, all of that. Create a voodoo doll of Max just to make this happen. I don't see Max willingly letting him win this one. Oh, did you see? I think it was before Brazil, or maybe it might have been Mexico, actually. Christian was asked, on a scale of 1 to 100, how likely is Max to let Checo get a win at his home Grand Prix and to help secure P2 in the championship? And Christian responded with 0 to 1. So, I mean, Max ain't even going to help out his own teammate. Which is on brand, and I can't blame him. Like, I'm not a huge Christian Horner fan, but, like, he keeps it real 100% of the time. And the fact that he also doesn't expect Max to be in that position. Exactly. I like that Christian doesn't expect Max to carry Checo's career. I mean, he's already secured the his championship and the Constructors' Championship by himself. They probably do better without fielding that second car, to be honest. I do like that he only makes allowances for Danny. It's wholesome. Their friendship itself is wholesome. $100%. And I like that he acknowledges that, Daniel was given some questionable advice in 2018 that led him to leave Red Bull and go to Renault. And that he was happy to welcome him back. And that Danny was also still comfortable enough to call him and say, like, you were right, this wasn't the best move. So, 100%. Like, there's a reason he's been in his position for so long. I may not like him as a person, but I respect him for the job that he does. He's very good at being a team principal, that's for sure. Oh, 100% Zach Brown did him wrong. I mean, he did him right in the fact that he gave him $18 million, but he did him wrong in the fact that he ended things in that way. $100% he does. Even Christian said to, like, Zach in the team principal press conference, I don't know what you did to him, but he's not the same Daniel. 100%. Daniel was committed and everything, but it was just so evident that Zach wanted Oscar. I mean, it's worked out for every party, but I just think it could have been handled a hell of a lot better than what it was. My heart broke for Danny, but I'm so glad that he's doing better. It was handled horribly, and it was the subject of my sports law thesis on why that shouldn't be allowed. There was 100% no organisation. It was just sort of like, there were discussions, just not with Danny. There was discussions with everyone but Danny. I just think Zach is so far up. He can only see Lando. Oh, definitely. He was given I don't feel like he was given any prior warning or anything like that. For them to go and, it would have been like a courtesy for them to just go, hey, we're going to sign Oscar Piastri. you're no longer needed next season, and not just announce it and then expect and have Danny find out that way. That whole handling of the situation was not fun, not great. Should have been handled a lot better. And to be honest, I think he needed $18 million in compensation for his mental health and the decline that he faced while he was there. And then on top of his payout. I'd love to see Maxwell back together. Oh, same here. I really wish fucking 18 million compensation. Oh, slight rant. So I got offered a job today and I declined it. And the recruiter went off her nut at me because I didn't want to take it. And I was like, sorry, but I don't feel like being pressured and having no control over my life just because you want me to take the position. But mental health payouts from crappy companies should be more of a thing. Really? He's still waiting? How long's it been now? Like, I feel like that's been too long. Hi, Wombat. How are you? We are chatting everything F1 and life and everything in between. So can we... I mean... I'm good, thank you, Wombat. I think it's probably, I don't know, it might take a little bit. F1 is life. Because I don't know much about work cover, but I feel like if it's a government thing, it's gonna take a while. Which sucks because, as we were discussing before, organisation is key and they have none of it. Oh yeah. Workers' comp sucks. My dad's going through workers' comp. So. Alison, I'm still waiting for your response. Red Bull or Ferrari? I will get an answer out of you eventually. Alfa Romeo or Aston Martin? No, I'll get my answer even if I have to pin you down. Aston, that's fair. Aston or Mercedes? Yeah, that's fair. Alonso had a beast of a performance in Mexico. Or Brazil, sorry. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's true. Susie posted the other day that he took Jack to the track, even though it was like his first time back at home in like 6 weeks. Which I thought was sweet. He just can't get away from the racetrack no matter how hard he tries. Who do you think has a higher qualifying position out of Sainz and Alonso? Susie is amazing. She's doing the absolute most, and I love her for it. Al, you're really bad at this game. So that would be a no on Alonso. But that's okay. Science has the higher qualifying with P5. And Alonso has average qualifying. Well, that's fair. But Alonso has a qualifying of 6.8. I mean, it's his couple of P1s. His front row starts are really what's held him in that position. I mean, his lowest qualifying position was 12th. And then before that it was 11. Otherwise, he's had a pretty much consistent top 10 all season. And who do you think has a higher qualifying out of Oscar and Ocon? And this is open to everyone, it's not just Al. Higher qualifying out of Oscar and Ocon. Oscar? Yeah, you're right. By like a good position separates the two. Alright guys, well, I'm going to try and get some work done, so thank you very much for hanging out, and I will catch you all next time. See ya.